Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Moonlight ASMR video. Today, I'm going to be playing Apex Legends. But we are going to be playing with Seer, the newest character in the game, and we are finally playing with him. I have to say that the first time I played with him, it did feel weird. I felt like I had to get accustomed to his abilities. However, after a few rounds, a few matches of playing, I've actually found him quite useful, and I think he's a knockoff bloodhound, a low budget bloodhound of some sorts, but he is quite handy in a fight. And as far as endgame goes, I would say he is quite useful as well. I really enjoyed this match playing, and actually had a pretty decent team working with. And yeah, I'm glad to be back on Apex as well. And Seer, overall, out of 10 being the best legend, I would definitely say he's mid. He's mid to high, to be honest. That was horrible throw of my tactical. Also, I am gonna attempt to give live commentary on this gameplay as I've never done that before. Anyways, no ammo and horrible aim with the RE45 earlier, but we move. And what I'm really looking for was a longbow or something long range to switch out the Eva. So I'm just looking around for that now. Gonna open a few loot bins. I also have to mention to you guys, I have a gameplay that I'm gonna post either later this week or next week with the Rampart, and I have to say that gun is completely OP. It's too powerful. And that's a shredder, especially if you have a decent trigger finger. I think it's a great gun, but I also think that 9 out of 10, they're probably gonna nerf that in the near future, which is a shame because, in my opinion, every gun that comes out that's super powerful gets nerfed to the point where we're just back to the basics, where we have the same old guns being used over and over in fights. And I think if we, didn't nerf the guns so hard, there would be a bit more diversity in the types of guns that people use. Like, for example, like, no one really complains about getting killed to a R301. It's like almost one of the most regular, dependable guns. And the thing is, the R301, when landing your shots correctly, it's a shredder. It's a straight shredder. You can knock someone without a light extended clip if you hit your headshots. But no one complains about the R301 anymore, and I'm not certain why. I just feel like the gun is just a reliable AR, and it is what it is. But at the same time, like other guns, I think they should, you can have powerful guns, or, I don't think every gun should be nerfed to the point of just being meh. But that's just my 2 thoughts on it. So as you can see now, I have acquired my longbow, which, by the way, I think is the best sniper in the entire game, and I love it. It is my favorite sniper of all time. I used to love the triple take, okay, straight shredding, straight shredding, if I can talk. Used to be the triple take, but after it became like a care package weapon, I realized how OP the longbow was. Also, the RE45 is a great gun. It's a great gun. I prefer it over the R99. I handle it better. The recoil to me is better. And I don't think the rate of fire is as fast, but I love it. I would take the RE45 over an R99 any day. So at the minute I am playing with my 2 favorite weapons, longbow and RE. And I've got my longbow quite kitted up. Well, just missed that. Embarrassing. And I have to say it's pretty big brain plays of me to go above. I was able to do quite a bit of damage as my team focused them, so that was good. We completely obliterated that team, and now I have a red shield, which is great. And we have a few loot boxes here, a few death boxes here we can loot. I'm just gonna check if I have enough sniper ammo. I don't. And in terms of sights, I'm not particularly fond of the digital threat. It's okay, but it's okay in the RE45. But on any other gun, I have to say I don't like the digital threat. My aim is off sometimes. I don't know why. But on the RE it's fine, I can use it. And for the longbow, my favorite sight would have to be between this one and the purple version of it. And I think I think it's a H-cog, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna look it up. Looking it up. sniper scopes for Apex Legends. Sniper scopes. Apex Legends. Forgive me, I'm not so good with these names. But it's the purple one. It's a round sight. And I think it's a variable zoom of 2 to 4. It's taking so long to load. Come on, load. Oh, it's taking so long. But yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. So far, I have to say that this team that I had, we played quite well together. We stayed pretty close to each other, and we moved well in terms of following pings, fighting as a team, not one person running off and dying, what usually happens. And in this moment I realized that it was better if I went around the back, because there was a team fighting over this side, and I could definitely hit them from the back as my team focused them from the front. And this Valkyrie was in the process of taking off, and I was like, heck no, are you going? Sit down. And yeah, so I got 2 knocks there, but yeah, got those knocks, got those kills, and there's still another team. This bloodhound came out of nowhere and shredded me, so I returned. Pop a bat real quick. Should have probably just popped a phoenix, but that's okay. It is what it is. So, oh yeah, so the site is called a 2 to 4 times variable AOG scope. AOG scope. I thought it was an HCOG, but it's not. It's a AOG scope. And that scope is actually compatible with quite a bit of weapons, if this is an up-to-date list. But yeah, that one I find has been great for sniping. So I threw his ult there, but I don't think I threw it far enough. The one caught in the middle, and it's running forward here to help my teammates. And I so badly wish I had throwables, because that person was just sitting there and I could have killed him. And excellent play there by the Mirage. If I could have hit him long before, but I thought it was a decoy. Any hoots, I managed to get the kill, so that's what matters. So I'm sitting now with 5 kills, 3 assists, and there's one more team left. Managed to get a knock, doing some damage here, and fortunately I should have rushed in. Definitely should have rushed in. I'm not too sure what I was doing here. But yeah, Unfortunately, I'm not too sure what my lifeline was doing either. She had quite enough time to res our teammate, and I was so weak I didn't want to risk it. But if we resed her, if we only resed her. And unfortunately, that's where everything went south. I've come to realize that it's best to probably, in most situations, it's usually best to res your teammate if possible, and then go and heal if you have the opportunity, because even if your teammate is weak, they still can do a bit of damage, or at least distract the opposite team, and you can get the opportunity to put more damage into them. It's 9 out of 10 if they see you've rezzed a knocked player, they're gonna aim at them first to try to knock them down again. That's just my 2 cents on it that I've been sort of working with lately. Unfortunately, we didn't get a win here, but nonetheless, we did quite well.